What are you guys hiding down this cliff over here? Can I take a look? 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 It's just gonna... They're not gonna path to it. They can't. It's impossible. Watching Barrick vibrate in place was funny, though. That was a weird moment. Ooh. Treasure hunters frequent these sections of the Stone Sea, hoping for a chance at finding increasingly scarce artifacts and forgotten stores of valuables. Oh, more stuff. I will take all of these things. Well, it's really minor things like sacks of water and other stuff that's not going to probably even get used. And that's just another Azurelith location, yep. There's a lot of spots to harvest if I want to. I'm going to try to avoid getting immediately attacked. I think a lot of the Azurelith locations are specifically have a beastman positioned to stare at you in that direction too, to make sure that you are being watched. To help explain you getting caught, most likely, the moment you try to do that. So the question is, do I just go straight into a tower?
Shadow. Can Beastmen sense the magical field that the spires radiate?
Mean, bitter thrumming in back of throat makes Beast Woman's lips curl. If was better mystic like Broodmother could see where Earth blood beats through Spire.
Thank you. Future readers, if I have them, will appreciate your insight.
Hey! They're interacting and learning things from each other, kind of. So, question immediately answered. I was like, are we gonna have to go through a bunch of old wall stuff, or is this just gonna take me directly into a tower? And it took me directly into a tower. And look, another Azurelith for me to grab if I want to piss everybody off. So we don't have the pattern yet, right? So I can't activate this place? Got some of it, though. It's the Aurora Spire. Got a partial oh, maybe I can get the rest from here. Are they going to attack me or talk to me at all? Nope. I can just interact with this directly here. Pressing charcoal to parchment, you capture a blurry but proportionate image of the ancient relief. A newly added imprint fills in the remaining gaps of the scroll, giving you a clear representation of the carved rune. Awesome. I believe this has something to do with the symbol on the floor of the spire. So that's it, right? Yep, we have a complete charcoal rubbing, so I can activate this tower. That's exciting. That means I can teleport instantly from here to the Stone Sea without walking back and forth as long. Which saves me some money. Mostly, yeah, that's mostly the big effect, is it saves me money. Sigil of Pride Magic Accent. Did I put that where I meant to put it? Yeah, okay. This scroll contains a magical accent, which causes a material force or guarded form spell to only affect the caster, but with an increased duration and strength. Okay. Cause material force and guarded form spells to only affect you, but you become more powerful. They become more powerful and last longer. So self-buff skills, basically. Let's try this then. Yeah, so it only works on self, but it, whoa, gets a lot more powerful. Okay. So instead of lasting for 45 seconds and letting me penetrate 4 armor, lets me penetrate 6 armor for 67 seconds. Okay. Plus 35 in cost, though. Unfortunately, this thing is already a 50 in cost, so I cannot stack the two. It'd be nice. So that means that an accomplished spellcaster could be like a really good self-buff character, but you get less powerful effects when it's being cast on other people, and unfortunately that's going to be the primary case, because the only powerful caster in my party is the person who casts things on everybody else. And I don't think that Lantry has a lot of benefit of casting most of these things on themselves specifically, so that's a bummer. Let's see. This is plus 35, so in order for this to work, I need to have something that only costs 30 in the first place, basically. That's only costs 50. Okay, so I can make the other one more powerful, potentially. Titan's Touch. So this only goes to, it takes it from 2 to 2.5. Oh. I can't click on it here? That's a bummer. So the touch spell cannot be used, cannot be augmented in this way. That was the only one that had a chance of making this work. Restoring touch? No. Yeah, he doesn't really have spells that would benefit from this. That's a bummer. You can't even make the self-targeting heal more powerful or anything like that. Kind of a bummer. That's fine. Well, now we know. Another sigil augment to go largely unused, at least for a while.
Watching with mystic eyes. Watching without blinking.
She's getting jumpy. The beast woman cocks her head to one side, listening intently. Her ear flicks once, twice. Her eyes narrow suspiciously. Who pads here, soft, soft, slow? Who braves to approach Red Fang, guard eyes of Stonestalker's Old Wall's den? Speak, human, quick, quick, explain. Grimly, she spreads a grin, revealing a teeth as dappled and brown as her muddy eyes. Or Red Fang will rip trespasser's jaw from head. I can just attack without warning? Oh. Well, it's fun that the options exist, I guess. Let's see. What in Karen's name is going on out there? Human earth mystics trespass in tribe lands, lured tribe with kind words like meaty chunks of wild boar, said we're like tribe, could hear earth, blood flowing through under rocks. Humans claim to hunt rocks called azulith, but only steal elder teeth of ancestors. Now Stonestalkers have gathered to skin thieves alive. Whenever I see you creatures bristling to pit your claws and fangs against our iron, it always makes me shake my head and wonder. You just never learn, do you? And you never will, poor wretch. Barrack, you were terrified of Kills in Shadow a few episodes ago, so I don't know how you have so much confidence now. She snarls, spittle flecking from her fangs. Have learned how to kill humans hard and slow, with much agony. Want to see? The beast men are more organized than you can see through that dented helmet. Sometimes I wonder if we went through the same conquest with the tears, but have it your way. I'll stay out of this one while you chat with your hairy friend. Just rouse me when it's over. Speak, human, quick, quick, explain. I will settle your dispute with the Earthshakers. How will humans settle quarrel? Will not simper and whine on sight of other humans. Okay, what are my options here? So I can kill one side or the other, or try to resolve it peacefully. Ah, good luck. Let's see. I'd like to resolve this conflict peacefully. The beast woman swivels her massive head to one side, curiosity splayed on her face. Even if Red Fang could trust human, only tribesmates can speak for Stonestalkers. Only tribesmates can make promises on behalf of tribe. So I can ask to be a tribe mate. Interesting. Interesting. Well, if everything goes wrong here, I'm going to be killing the Earthshakers regardless because they're dishonored. They're the disfavored, so they're the more or less the enemy team at this point. So ingratiating myself further with the beastmen might help. So initiate me into your tribe, and I will negotiate on your behalf for a peaceful resolution that both parties can accept. The Earthshakers will not further harm your lands, I swear to it. She rears back, biting off a premature snarl. Reckless whelp. She regards you seriously for a moment, finally deciding, with a derisive snort, can try, can die, won't bring in own blood spill. Stonestalkers are born, yes, but are also built from battle. Maybe human can all survive right of savagery and stone. Beastwoman thinks not. You want to bet on that? Not good tracks if human has to ask, as is Stonestalker way of life. As is each right of stone is blood battle, survive or die. Prove strong or weak. The beast woman huffs contentedly and drops to all fours in mock bow. Chosen fighters await human outside. Don't choke on own blood, human who wants to join tribe. Very well, I'll survive your trial by combat, and I'll solve this problem for our tribe. There we go. Things have gotten interesting rather quickly, haven't they? Let's see if I can get away with this. I just did a save just in case, but I'm gonna see if I can get away with doing the... initiating the tower now. So I'm making 2 wings. Like bat wings? So 2 bat wings and the circle, basically. Let's see. So it looks like I go around like this, then out by 1, and then in. Is like the bat wing shape, and then this is the circle, of course. Let's give that a shot. Everyone get away, because this is weirdly distracting to have everyone else running around. Also, I'm the important character. Let me do it. What? There we go. I wasn't drawing the line correctly, I guess. Did I step? I wonder if I skipped a step on accident. Oh, I have to click on both of them. Okay, I was thinking in terms of drawing a line, like click on all the dots that are in order. But what you're doing is you're clicking on both sides of each line segment one by one, over and over again. So I have to click on each spot twice, basically, if I'm thinking in terms of drawing a line. That's why the initial confusion must have happened last time, too. That should be the shape. That was apparently not the shape. It does form a V. Oh, the bottom part's curved. So it's only this part right here. I understand. So that's how the wings were supposed to be shaped. Annoyingly, it's hard to click on the node past your own character. Which is why it would be even better if the game just let you click on one thing twice. I mean, once, and then just draw a line by walking along it. Your own character gets in the way half the time. Here we go. So I think this is it. Oh, yep. Oh yeah, the button just resets. Humans made shrine stone split in wine. Oops. Now Spire drools with power and pants of biting, bitter breaths. Is that good or bad? Did that make you happy or annoyed? The crystal somehow managed to rupture through the foundation of the Spire. Again now, human approaches Red Fang. Human must be braver or dumber than most, yes? Tribe Spire Shrine is a sacred place, not meant for filthy human feet. Speak, human. Quick, explain. A Red Fang or... yeah, that's nothing new here. I'll simply be on my way. Alright, nope. I thought that maybe they'd react to have more to say about the tower situation. Seems like I could just wander in here and just do this and kind of bypass the whole thing. If my motivation was just to take out the towers one by one, at this point I could basically just be like, eh, whatever, and leave. Like, I don't really necessarily need to even deal with the local missions and stuff. But ultimately, I'll want to take care of this because there's another tower waiting for me. And also, I think the story will just pause itself unless I either finish the mission or betray my alliance. The now familiar light of the Spire courses skyward, trailing off toward the horizon in the direction of Endrian's Well. You feel the ground beneath you fall away as give in to the warmth of the energy surrounding you. Another typo! The Aurora Spire in Gulf Glow feels violent and unsettled, like it would claw itself from the earth if it had the strength. The stones, though clean, feel slick with blood. Something of the ritual and turmoil of the Stone Sea has warped this isolated place over the years. You feel energy well up from the ground, and with reckless enthusiasm, you form a bond with Endrian's Well. Feels good. Tastes like blood slicked on tongue. Feels like kith and killing and claws furrowed into flesh. Such savage power. Feels like rutting and howling and shadow of rough stone. Is it me, or is the magical field of the spire in motion? Churning. This place seems to come alive to your presence, just like the mountain spire did. Only here, instead of constant arcane hum, it's more of an intermittent scrape and shout. Isn't a steady hum, but an erratic choir? Waterfall, maybe. All I know for sure is that one of these days I'm going to write a treatise on spires that'll be envy of, well, the handful of sages still left. I can still smell the beastmen from up here. Their stench is as powerful as an edict. Hey, I got a new spire. I wonder if this one actually behaves differently or if I just pick one and that's it. Anyway, I think I still want to increase my spellcasting capabilities, so maybe the library is the way to go next. I assume I get to make all of them ultimately. Maybe I should do the forge. Let's do the forge, because I have multiple plans I can work with, and I should be able to get the library pretty soon anyway, when I get to the next spot over, I hope. Which might be just in time for all my characters to level up and be taking advantage of what might be a better variety of trainers, hopefully. Let's try the forge. The forge upgrade allows you to improve weapons and armor, and forge powerful new items. Once built, resting in any spire grants a bonus to armor, parry, and dodge. And now we load. Jeez, that's loud. Hi. Nice to meet you too, flaming nightmare location. Is that Ebb? That's not Ebb. Nope, everyone appears to be back at the other one. Impressive size of the cliffs and deep crevices enhanced when looking across the whole of the region. We are way up here. A small village rests on the precipice of a crystal-ridden canyon. Is that all we have here? There's the Master of Smiths. We have a few spots to check out. Let's go grab things. Welcome to your forge, Fatebinder. Nope.
Do you have eyes on this?
A secret spot? It's really weird that I'm discovering secrets in my own tower. That's weird, right? I feel like that's weird. It's like, I just built this place just now, and it's like, you discovered a secret. I'm like, what? But everything just got here. And, oh my god, 10. Okay. That's nice. Yeah, I should inspect all these things because they might give me resources I need for the upgrades I might be about to do. Sigil of Piercing. Scroll contains a magical accent which causes a distant impact spell to pierce through its target in a line. Nice. I want line piercing spells. It's obviously useful. Wait, can I make... Does that mean that I can make my healing spells pierce? Sigil of Piercing, accent that causes distant impact spells to travel through their targets in a piercing line. Wow, if I made my healing spells both bounce and pierce, how crazy would that be? So it has 2 bounces already, and then it would do a 10-meter line pierce, which would make it really effective for healing a ton of people. Maybe even hitting the same person multiple times, but who knows if the rules encompass that kind of thing. But of course, it seems a little redundant when it already bounces, but other things perhaps. Let's see, anything that has the line spell on it, so... Oh. That's the wrong spot. Where was it? It was here, right? Yeah. So it has to be the distant impact, right? So anything that has that shape on it. So let's just go scrolling. None of them! That's the only one that character uses. You use it, though. Concussive... Ooh. Except this costs 30. And this costs 30. Oh! Cool. I can actually afford that then, that's 60. That might be worth more. This causes it to interrupt. Interrupt is nice, but I think it might actually be better to have it pierce in a line. Especially a javelin character having piercing attacks. So now I can concuss an entire line of enemies, potentially. Nice. False Pit, is that it? That counts as distant impact? You can make that a line spell? Except I already made it bounce. I feel like bouncing's probably better. bouncing feels more versatile, because it would bounce to people that aren't in a line, potentially. There could be a really specific situation where more than 3 targets are in a line, and then that would make line better. But otherwise, having it be a bouncing spell makes it, on average, more likely to hit multiple targets, I believe. And that sigil doesn't show up again on my current spells. Still, made concussive bolt alliance spell, that's good. It's being used more than my last one was, at least. So there's that. So we can get a trainer that does control fire, frost, lightning, and vigor. I think some of those are new, aren't they? I feel like some of those were the elements I was hoping to get at some point and didn't have access to. So next time I'm training Siren, for example, I may want to use those. There's vigor and stone. A merchant that specializes in light and metal armors. A master of brazing and smelting. Provides bronze ingots and provides iron ingots for upgrading. And a merchant that specializes in unique weapons. Okay. So we have 2 people that can give me upgrade items if I run out. And one that'll give me the ability to buy new weapons. Let's try to check in on actual crafting, hopefully. Are all these things equal? Select a weapon or armor from your inventory to upgrade. Okay. So that's just a thing that happens. Let's talk to our leader character first. Volus, Master of Smiths. Greetings, Fatebinder. How may I help you? Also, by the way, I like this tower system in general, with its all of its purchasable characters and upgrade costs, and even the maintenance thing, because it helps balance the general concept of just money in an RPG. I find that basically every single-player RPG I play, from Final Fantasy 15 to Witcher 3 to every Fable game and so on and so forth, like, and even the Mass Effect and Dragon Age games, usually, like, oftentimes you just run out of things to buy at some point. Like, it often only involves going like halfway through the game. Like, surprisingly early in the game, you will just not really have things to spend money on anymore, aside from maybe one big thing. But even then, like, you just oftentimes, if you're being good about it, you're just drowning in cash, and it seems to the number stops meaning anything. So this system is surprisingly good at keeping the strain on the system as I play through the game so far. I found this hilt in the old walls. What can you tell me about it? That looks like the hilt of Sentinel, one of the finest swords the Forgebound have ever made. With this, I could recreate it if you want. Is there anything else I can do for you? Tell me about the forge. He gestures to the nearby anvils. If you want to upgrade your weapons and armor, you can use any of the anvils. It should be simple enough if you got the materials. If you need anything that requires a mastersmith, like forging a one-of-kind item, come talk to me, and I'll see what I can do. I want you to forge something for me. Certainly, Fatebinder. Whoa. Whoa. Sentinel can now be created with the Access Spire Forge upgrade. There's so many items here. It just keeps going. I'm slightly worried. Zeal. Daggers like this are rewarded by Icarus' assassins for exemplary performance and enthusiasm serving the Empire. Recruits needed at Forge 3. Oh, so you need to just flat out buy more Forge recruits just to make this work. The most logical thing would be to buy those 2 characters that, do all of them require that? A lot of them do. Okay, oh, 4 even, eventually. Well, let's just get this out of the way then. I might as well grab the 2 characters that are going to give me, bronze and iron. Recruit hired. Right. Thought I had to confirm something for a second there. There we go. So now we have 2 extra recruits. Next up I can go... Let's do the special weapons character. That'll round things off. That'll give me a 3, which should give me access to most of them, but also should be an interesting item to have access to, because these 2 give me free resources, and that one gives me the ability to buy unique weapons. And this one says that it has a new item in stock, so instead of warping to the bottom of the tower like I often do, I'm going to warp across the area to the one that has something for me. Should be the Sunset Spire. Why can't I click on you? Oh, right. That's my map. Oh wait, I never grabbed this, by the way. Hello. Ancient bronze sword. Is it one-handed? Yep, and it's garbage. Sweet. Put that away for later. For selling. Alright, I forgot to click here first, so I was like, why can't I walk? I'm like, you're just looking at a map, you're not actually trying to go anywhere. There we go. Instant teleportation. Some item is supposed to be over here. And when I warp back, the construction and, well, the new recruits will have arrived. Let's see, so what was it last time? Oh, right. We have like a fur trapper up here somewhere. Scarfist. That is a... Whoa. That is a hell of a place to put your targets, by the way, I'm noticing. They're on the outpost of the Spire, like those... I mean, no cleanup, sure, but someone presumably lives down there, maybe. Or could be or is like walking by and just randomly gets obliterated by a random falling thing. You're not the person I thought you were. Right, it's the disfavored guy. That's terrifying. There's just gonna be arrows falling down from like 1,000 feet up and just abruptly just wiping people out. You have anything for me? He smiles. I'll show you what I've got. And we got one hide. Boop. And it's ours. Huh. It would be kind of nice to be able to auto-pick up that kind of stuff. Because I realize that at some point you're going to have so many characters that can periodically give you loot that could be an ordeal in its own right. From now on, you can probably assume I'm doing that off-camera. Because whenever I visit spires for any reason, I'll probably be teleporting between all of the spires to pick up any items that any of them have for me, without necessarily showing it. Just a little bit of busy work. So there should be new people around here. Yep. We have Thantos, Praxis, and Volus. Master of Smiths, Brazing, and Smelting. Here we have Praxis, Master of Smelting. The man bows deeply before you. Esteemed Fatebinder, Guy Lovebridge. With so many hours spent in the forge, we artisans are a bit prone to gossip. Needless to say, the Fatebinder of the Mountain Spire has been the subject of many conversation while working the bellows. He fidgets with his hammer anxiously for a moment before he lowers his voice. If I may be so bold, I have a question for you. Ask away. Praxis' eyes lit up with the same intensity of the forge behind him. From where does Kairos' power truly stem? Is it from the magic of the edicts? Is it from the archons? Or perhaps from the loyal subjects and their toil? Let's see. It would appear that the Kairos just has genuine power regardless, right? Let's see. You can say her power is because of the archons she can delegate power to. The commoners. Yeah. Their submission. Or the edicts. On the surface, the edicts are the source of her power, because the edicts are what are able to, that's how she expresses her power, that's how she does the crazy world-altering events. But we've established thoroughly at this point in the game that people's power comes from people basically believing in them, like in fables and stuff like that, like people believe, like, if people believe in your legend, you get the power of your legend, and it becomes real, as opposed to just exaggeration. And so everyone, like because everyone gets power from this kind of thing, Kairos probably wants to take over the world. Like, we never met the character. I don't know if we ever will. I presume we hopefully do at some point. But presumably, this character is trying to exert dominance over the entire world and get everyone to submit to them and believe in the power of her edicts, because then she genuinely gets that power. And she genuinely becomes the ruler of the world because everyone believes she is. Because it's not just a bit like, because this is a world where beliefs become manifest. So I'd argue that the commoners of the world are the source of Kairos' power. It is their collective submission that legitimizes Kairos' rule. And legitimize means something different than what it normally means here, because normally it's just like, oh yeah, people serve them because they say, people serve that person because they submit to their rule. But in this case, it's like their rule becomes absolute. Not just over the people, but over the world itself, because that's how the power works. Yes, one's power is often measured by how great we perceive that power. Praxis quietly nods to himself for a moment, almost forgetting that you were ever here. Ah, my apologies for indulging myself in the philosophical. Was there anything I could do for you? What have you made for me? I don't have anything for you at the moment. Check back later. Recruits can generate items for you while you're gaining experience by adventuring in the world. So if I come back later, I'll have access to some more crafting materials. Then there's the other character here. Forge Bound Favor 3. Lovebridge. The briefest of smiles crosses his face and is gone as quickly as the light flickers across it. If what they say is true about the magic of these spires, it will be my distinct honor to work for you among these forges. And same thing here again. I don't have anything for you at the moment. Check back later. Well, Spire number 3. This is important. We made progress. Oh, who's that? Tamarin. Oh, right. I hired 3 people. You're supposed to be a trainer? The man gives you a slight bow with his arms outstretched before him. You can see his arms bear markings both familiar and foreign to you. Greetings, Fatebinder. I may not be a mystic or a mighty warrior, but what I possess are my connections to the trade world. You traveled the world? Yes. I've seen this empire from one end to another. It would seem that my travels always take me to the very heart of Kairos' conquests. He crosses his arms and looks off beyond the spire. The tears, however, they are unlike anything I've seen before. I'm sorry to digress. I'm sure you would like to see my wares? What's so different about the tears? He clasps his hands together eagerly. The tears are rich with a long and complicated history, a crucible of sorts for leaders of palpable magnitude. He chuckles to himself. I wouldn't be surprised if Kairos herself was a tearsman eons ago. And this is what they have for sale. That looks like some high-level stuff. Looks like bows, specifically. One of the only things that nobody in the party really uses, despite their similarity to what my character uses. I believe bows are a different skill than throwing, right? That they have their own skill? Yeah, bows is its own skill, so it's separate from throwing. Yeah. So despite their similarities, they're not in type. They're not particularly useful to me unless I want to train a new skill, and I have no reason to do that. Do I have 8 camping supplies? I thought they capped at 7. It's a random number. I'm sure I just forget it because it happens a lot. Dusk Claw, one-handed. Can I compare it? There we go. Compared to Broken Maw. Another slight loss in DPS, loss of accuracy, loss of recovery, but 6 armor penetration is the biggest difference. Because apparently surprisingly, Broken Maw doesn't have armor penetration, but does have a nice chunk of accuracy. Night Hunter, old damage increased by 20% at night. Interesting. This push dagger has an affinity for darkness, leading many to believe that it was once owned by Blade and Mark. Archon of Shadows. Even that distant possibility has caused it to gather dust under merchant display cases, as few would risk drawing the Archon's gaze by purchasing his possessions. Except me. 20% damage increase at night might be more useful than a bleed on crit, especially when crossed with the armor penetration. But I can't afford it right now, and the upgrade seems minor enough for me to not be in a big hurry there. This could be good, though. Or maybe not. Iron Heater Shield. It's exquisite quality. Gives you a bit more recovery, which is nice. You lose 5 parry to gain 14 dodge. Sorry for the random yawn there. It's probably a net gain. People can target that character. Also quite expensive, as expected. That said, I might have a lot waiting to get sold here, or not. This doesn't seem like very much. Oh, 24. That's not bad. I think I have some I have at least some garbage weapons, yeah. Bronze sword. And I have some uninspired hammers somewhere. That's on your inventory, isn't it? Forge-bound hammer, bronze hammer. I think I'm happy with what I have right now. I'm definitely not using this crap. That's rather low quality by comparison. This is 11 dodge. This is 14 dodge. So I already have a comparable item, but it would lose a lot more parry and gain less dodge and less recovery. So this is a more exaggerated version of what I have over there. And oh, that's why it's the same item type. They're both iron heater shields, but the other one's a higher quality. Well, I'm definitely not using this one now. Then do I have stuff I don't care about anymore? Bronze war mace. Let's compare that real quick. I never really looked at it. Is it a two-handed weapon or a one-handed weapon? It's two-handed. Nope, get out of here. Don't think I need you then. Whoa. How much nonsense is on this character right now? Bronze Brotherhood Greaves. Why do I have Bronze Brotherhood Greaves on this character of all I must have just lost track of something. I don't want to look through all the items right now, but I'll at least get rid of the heavy items. No one's going to use them. Maybe at one point a long time ago I was thinking about the idea of swapping out all of the heavy stuff. I still have the Silent Archive. Wow, I don't think I even realized that was an inventory item on my character. +1 to wits and resolve and 10 to trap detection. Maybe I should just equip that then. I haven't been using it this whole time because I didn't even notice it was in my inventory as a equipable item. Huh. Admittedly, I'm so used to putting stuff in the stash. I think I forgot about inventory, individual inventories a bit. He has a heavy leather chest piece, but it's at least exquisite to make up for it a bit. I don't want to completely cover him with that kind of stuff. Let's trade. So now I can afford this. So let's go ahead and do that. He's my main tank. There you go. Now he's got an exquisite weapon and shield, as he should, in his role. Good. And I'll have opportunities to sell more things over time, which I should check through at some point. Let's see, so I have +1 quickness and finesse. Whereas this one's 2 stats and 1, so I should probably put it on. Where'd the archive go? There it is. Wits and resolve. Admittedly spellcasting items, so maybe I should put them on the spellcasting character. Yeah, those are like the 2 spellcasting stats. And this guy's capped off, so that's the only chance of getting an upgrade, so maybe Lantry should have the Silent Archive. Do you have stupid items? Oh, lore and will defense. Yeah, you're keeping that one on. 1 health every now and then? Yeah, that's not nearly as good as the Silent Archive. There we go. I'll stash this. There we go. So now he's got even more spell strength and magic defense. And affliction, duration, and endurance, will, and magic defense. Good. Lantry got an upgrade at long last.